Hi, my name is Barry Fitzgerald and I'm delighted to say that I'm going to be part of the Tipperary Festival of Science, where I'll be bringing you the secrets of superhero science and also talks in relation to the Iron Man suit and other superhero related technologies. Now this is all going to be coming up really soon as part of Science Week 2020, so it's very much in progress and in development, and I'm really excited to bring these stories to you. Now, you may be wondering, who is Barry Fitzgerald and why is he talking about superheroes and science? Well, I am a scientist, a science communicator, and I'm also a massive fan of the superhero genre. Now, this is me on stage talking about science and superheroes, and you can see on stage that I have a number of different superhero related gadgets, including an exoskeleton suit, an invisibility cloak, which is behind me, and you can see it, it's not invisible, and also the Infinity Gauntlet from Avengers Endgame. And what I try to do is combine the superhero genre with the world of science and bring them together to explore the possibility of actually having superpowers like those we see in the films and read about in the comic books in our own world, in the real world, but for the betterment of society. It's not just about giving people superpowers, it's about having them there so that they can actually be good for everybody. Now, why superheroes? Well, quite simply, I'm a massive fan of the superhero genre. I absolutely adore watching the films, and as a scientist, I love exploring the possibilities behind some of the powers that we see in these films. And I get so much joy, to be honest, of doing research on so many different areas in science, whether it's physics, biology, chemistry, computer science, mathematics, and lots more besides. Now, it's all about discovering possibilities, because that's what the superhero genre can actually bring you. It shows a world where we have superpowers and how people use them. And then there are people who try and build superpower devices, such as Tony Stark building the Iron Man suit, or Riri Williams building the Iron Heart suit. So it's very interesting to see how they went through the process, the creativity process that is, in terms of science and engineering. And in terms of my talks at the Tipperary Festival of Science, I'm going to be talking about, well, three main areas. I'm going to look at the superheroes, I'm going to look at the superpowers behind those superheroes, and of course then the science behind those superpowers. Now, science is just one topic that will be spoken about. I'm also going to visit areas of mathematics and engineering as well in the presentations. And what you'll see me do at my talks at the festival is complete tables like this, where I'm going to be taking different superheroes, their powers and the science behind them, and putting them all together so that you can see the connection, the viable connection between science and superheroes. And there really is one there. Now, in terms of the areas I'll be talking about, well, I'm going to talk about electronics, I'm going to look at physics, chemistry and robotics, and of course other different areas that will be of relevance to this. And some of the questions that I'm going to try and answer include, could we climb walls like Spider-Man? That's if you actually wanted to. Could we ever build a real Iron Man suit, one that really flies and has all of the cool technologies in the suit? How strong is Wonder Woman, and how are her bulletproof bracelets so strong as well, and what materials are they made from? And how does the Flash run so fast? What's the science and biology behind the Flash running at the speeds that he does? There's some of the questions that I'm going to be looking at, and lots more besides, during my presentations at the Tipperary Festival of Science. So I'd just like to point out a couple of things that you can maybe study in advance of my talks. So I've written 3 books. The latest book is How to Build an Iron Man Suit, and here I am in the process of building part of the Iron Man suit, an image that was featured in the book. I have 2 other books which are related to the secrets of superhero science and secret science of Santa Claus, and you can have a look at those as well. And I've got a YouTube channel which is called The Superhero Scientist, and you can follow it on YouTube. It's also on Instagram and Facebook, and you can explore some of the videos that will be going online before my appearances at Science Week 2020, where I'll talk about some of the subjects I might cover in Tipperary Festival of Science, or other topics. And on the channel there will be videos that relate to superheroes, but there'll also be videos that just talk about science or engineering or mathematics. So do subscribe and hit the channel and make sure that you can tune in to the latest videos before my talks as part of the Tipperary Festival of Science. So So I'm really looking forward to being part of the festival, and I hope that you're looking forward to these presentations in relation to science and superheroes. And just until we get to speak to each other virtually, I would say wish you all the very best, and always think super.